1976 Wimbledon. Bjorn Borg's dominance at Wimbledon appears absolute. He is the two-time defending champion, entering the 1976 tournament with a powerful baseline game that overwhelms most opponents on grass courts. His calculated precision and stoic demeanor on court have established him as the player to beat, and the draw seems to offer few real threats to his quest for a third consecutive title. Therefore, the tennis world expects another routine march to the final for the Swedish phenom. Enter Roscoe Tanner, an unseeded American with a game built on raw power and aggressive intent. His serve is a weapon of unparalleled force, often exceeding 130 miles per hour, a blistering pace for the era. Tanner's fearless approach to every point contrasts sharply with the measured play of many top contenders, and he rips through his early matches, disrupting the rhythm of established favorites. He pushes through the draw with an intensity that catches many by surprise, demonstrating a clear determination to challenge the status quo. Tanner's powerful play propels him into the quarterfinals, where he faces Borg in a highly anticipated match. The crowd anticipates a swift victory for the champion, but Tanner has other plans. He unleashes a barrage of aces and powerful ground strokes, pushing Borg to a full 5 sets. The unseeded American ultimately falls to Borg in a hard-fought contest, but his performance sends a clear message. Even the most dominant champions can be challenged by unexpected forces. His bold display sets the stage for future upsets, demonstrating that an underdog with a specific, overwhelming strength can rattle the established order. 1987 French Open. Ivan Lendl stands as the undisputed world number 1, a formidable presence with a powerful game perfectly suited for the red clay of Roland Garros. He enters the 1987 French Open as the overwhelming favorite, having already secured multiple Grand Slam titles and demonstrating a consistent, dominant performance on all surfaces. His methodical approach and relentless ground strokes make him a daunting opponent for anyone in the draw, signaling a predictable path to the final for the Czech star. However, the tournament introduces Michael Chang, a virtually unknown 15-year-old qualifier from Beijing, China. Chang's youthful energy and fearless determination immediately set him apart, defying the conventional wisdom that only seasoned veterans thrive at Grand Slams. His unexpected progress through the early rounds generates a buzz, as his tenacity and surprising skill challenge the established hierarchy of professional tennis. Therefore, his presence in the later stages becomes a compelling narrative of raw talent emerging against formidable odds. In a pivotal fourth-round encounter, Chang faces Lendl, a match expected to be a straightforward victory for the top seed. What unfolds is a dramatic 5-set thriller, culminating in Chang's iconic underhand serve, a bold and unconventional tactic that disorients Lendl. Chang capitalizes on this moment, ultimately securing a monumental upset that sends shockwaves through the tennis world and propels him into the quarterfinals. This victory establishes Chang as a legitimate threat, setting the stage for more underdog heroics at future Grand Slams. 1991 Wimbledon. Stefan Edberg, the elegant Swede, arrives at Wimbledon as the defending champion and a clear favorite, his serve and volley game perfectly suited for the grass courts. He has already claimed 2 Wimbledon titles, establishing himself as a formidable presence at the tournament. The draw seems to open favorably for him, suggesting another strong run towards the final and potentially another championship trophy. Therefore, few expect a significant challenge to his quest for a repeat victory. However, the tournament introduces Michael Stich, a lesser-known German player who, despite his talent, is unseeded in the men's singles draw. Stich plays with an inspired confidence, delivering powerful serves and precise volleys that consistently trouble his opponents. His aggressive all-court game allows him to navigate the early rounds with unexpected ease, building momentum with each match he wins. His performances begin to capture the attention of spectators and commentators alike. Stich continues his remarkable run, ultimately reaching the final, where he faces the reigning champion, Stefan Edberg. In a stunning display of dominance, Stich secures a straight sets victory, recording scores of 6-4, 7-6, 6-4. This unexpected outcome stuns the center court crowd and marks a significant upset in Wimbledon history, as an unseeded player triumphs over a defending champion with such conviction. Stich's remarkable performance underscores the unpredictable nature of Grand Slam tennis, signaling that the next great underdog moment is always on the horizon. 1997 French Open. Pete Sampras arrives at the 1997 French Open as the dominant force in men's tennis, holding multiple Grand Slam titles on hard courts and grass. However, his clay court record remains a notable anomaly in his otherwise stellar career, with Roland Garros being the only major title missing from his collection. His powerful serve and volley game often struggles to translate effectively to the slower clay surface, leaving an opening for specialists. Therefore, while a contender, Sampras faces a tougher challenge here than in other slams. Meanwhile, a virtually unknown, unseeded Brazilian named Gustavo Kuerten enters the tournament ranked outside the top 60 in the world. Curtin possesses a unique blend of aggressive topspin ground strokes and a flair for the dramatic, making him an intriguing, albeit underestimated player. His vibrant personality shines through in his matches, captivating audiences with his joyful exuberance on court. He navigates the early rounds with surprising ease, demonstrating a natural affinity for the red clay. Curtin's journey progresses remarkably as he defeats several seeded players, including 3 former champions, en route to the final. He faces 2-time Roland Garros winner Sergi Bruguera in the championship match, a veteran clay court player. Curtin plays with an inspired confidence, securing his first major title in 4 sets. This stunning victory not only marks his unexpected ascent, but also fundamentally alters the perception of who can dominate at Roland Garros, introducing a new era of diverse champions. 2001 Wimbledon. Pete Sampras arrives at Wimbledon in 2001 as a living legend, a 7-time champion whose reign on center court appears unshakable. He has dominated the grass courts for nearly a decade, his powerful serve and clinical volleys making him virtually unbeatable in SW19. The tennis world expects him to extend his record, adding an 8th title to his unprecedented collection. Therefore, Sampras carries the weight of history into every match he plays. Meanwhile, a talented young Swiss player named Roger Federer enters the tournament seeded 15th. Federer showcases immense potential, but has not yet broken through at a Grand Slam, carrying the label of a promising yet unproven talent. His elegant all-court game hints at future greatness, though few anticipate him as an immediate threat to the established order. This sets the stage for a compelling clash between generations. In the 4th round, Sampras and Federer face each other in an epic 5-set battle that transcends a typical match. Federer's aggressive ground strokes and audacious shot-making challenge Sampras's consistent power game, leading to a nail-biting finish. Federer ultimately prevails, securing a 7-6, 5-7, 6-4, 6-7, 7-5 victory that sends shockwaves through the tennis world. This match marks a symbolic passing of the torch, signifying the end of one dominant era and the definitive beginning of another. 2002 Australian Open. Leighton Hewitt enters the 2002 Australian Open as the top seed and a home crowd favorite, carrying the momentum of a dominant 2001 season that saw him claim the US Open title. His relentless baseline game and fiery competitive spirit make him the player to beat on his home turf. The expectation from Australian fans and the broader tennis community is for Hewitt to extend his Grand Slam success, solidifying his position at the pinnacle of the sport. Therefore, the pressure on him is immense. Meanwhile, Thomas Johansson, a Swedish player seeded 16th, progresses steadily through the draw, quietly navigating the challenges presented by higher-ranked opponents. Johansson has been a consistent presence on the tour for years, but he has never advanced beyond a Grand Slam quarterfinal, labeling him a reliable but not a championship-level player. His understated style and efficient ground strokes allow him to conserve energy and consistently apply pressure, making him a deceptively dangerous competitor. He is not seen as a threat to the tournament's top contenders. Against all expectations, Johansson reaches the final, where he faces Marat Safin, a powerful former US Open champion. Johansson defies the odds, recording a 3-6, 6-4, 6-4, 7-6 victory over Safin to claim his first and only Grand Slam title. This unexpected triumph marks a career-defining moment for the Swedish journeyman, proving that even a player outside the elite top tier can seize their moment on the sport's biggest stage. This Cinderella story reinforces the unpredictable nature of major tournaments, where form can be fleeting and passion paramount. 2003 French Open. Juan Carlos Ferrero enters the 2003 French Open as a heavy favorite, widely regarded as one of the premier clay court players in the world. He has consistently performed well on the red dirt, making deep runs in previous tournaments and showcasing a formidable baseline game perfectly suited for Roland Garros. The tennis world anticipates his coronation, especially with defending champion Albert Costa also in the field, setting up potential high-stakes matchups. Therefore, the top of the draw is loaded with established talent. Meanwhile, Gaston Gaudio, an unseeded Argentinian, navigates his way through the demanding clay courts, playing with a mix of aggressive forehands and deft drop shots. Gaudio's journey to the final is unexpected. He has never before progressed past the 4th round of a Grand Slam event. His path includes several challenging matches against higher-ranked opponents, yet he consistently finds a way to win. This consistent, albeit surprising, performance allows him to advance deep into the tournament. Gaudio's unlikely run culminates in an all-Argentine final against Guillermo Coria, the 3rd seed and another dominant clay court specialist. What unfolds is a dramatic, intense 5-set battle, with both players exchanging powerful ground strokes and moments of brilliance. Gaudio ultimately triumphs with a score of 0-6, 3-6, 6-4, 6-1, 8-6, securing his first and only Grand Slam title in a memorable upset. This unexpected victory cements Gaudio's place in tennis history and provides a compelling narrative of an unseeded player overcoming immense odds. 2009 US Open. Roger Federer arrives at the 2009 US Open pursuing his 6th consecutive title in New York, a feat that would further cement his status as the greatest player of his era. He is the reigning champion and the world number 1, consistently dominating opponents with his all-court brilliance. His path to the final seems almost preordained, given his unparalleled success and mastery of the hard-court surface. Therefore, the tennis world prepares for another expected coronation of the Swiss maestro. Meanwhile, a towering young Argentine, Juan Martín del Potro, enters the tournament as a rising talent, seeded 6th. Del Potro possesses a massive forehand, a weapon of extraordinary power that consistently generates winners from anywhere on the court. His fearless approach to striking the ball and his growing confidence allow him to dispatch formidable opponents throughout the draw. He builds significant momentum, establishing himself as a dark horse contender. Del Potro's incredible run leads him to the final, where he faces Federer in a highly anticipated showdown. What unfolds is a brutal 5-set battle, with Del Potro's raw power confronting Federer's refined artistry. Del Potro ultimately delivers a massive upset, prevailing with a score of 3-6, 7-6, 4-6, 7-6, 6-2, claiming his first Grand Slam title. This unexpected triumph not only denies Federer a historic 6th consecutive US Open, but also announces Del Potro's arrival as a major force in men's tennis, altering the landscape of the sport. 2014 Australian Open. Rafael Nadal enters the 2014 Australian Open in dominant form, having just completed one of his most successful seasons with a return to the world number 1 ranking. He is the clear favorite, bringing his relentless power and unwavering mental fortitude to the hard courts of Melbourne. The expectation is for Nadal to continue his Grand Slam success, further extending his impressive tally of major titles. Therefore, the path to the championship seems to lead directly through him. Meanwhile, Stan Wawrinka, a Swiss player often overshadowed by his more celebrated countryman Roger Federer, arrives at the tournament seeded 8th. Wawrinka has steadily climbed the rankings, showcasing a powerful, one-handed backhand and an aggressive playing style that can trouble top opponents. He has consistently reached later stages in Grand Slams, but has yet to break through to win a major title. This tournament represents an opportunity for him to step out of Federer's shadow. Wawrinka's remarkable run through the tournament culminates in a surprising final against Nadal. Despite Nadal's strong form, Wawrinka plays with incredible conviction, delivering powerful ground strokes and fearless attacking tennis. He secures a stunning upset victory in 4 sets, recording a score of 6-3, 6-2, 3-6, 6-3. This triumph marks Wawrinka's first Grand Slam title and becomes his definitive breakout moment, solidifying his nickname Stan the Man as he conquers the dominant favorite. 115 Wimbledon. Serena Williams arrives at the 2015 US Open poised to achieve a historic calendar Grand Slam, having already secured the Australian Open, French Open, and Wimbledon titles that year. Her dominant form and sheer power have made her virtually unbeatable, with many anticipating her effortless march to another championship. The pressure to complete this rare feat is immense, and every match becomes a step closer to tennis immortality. Therefore, the focus of the entire tennis world centers on her performance. Meanwhile, Roberta Vinci, an unseeded Italian veteran ranked 43rd in the world, navigates her way through the women's singles draw. Vinci is known primarily as a doubles specialist, and her singles career has never seen her advance beyond a major quarterfinal. Her slice backhand and all-court craftiness are effective, but her game is not typically considered to be a threat to the top-tier power players. She quietly progresses, defying expectations in each round she plays. Vinci's improbable journey leads her to a semi-final clash with Serena Williams, a match where she is considered a massive underdog. What unfolds is one of the biggest upsets in tennis history, as Vinci plays with incredible composure and tactical brilliance. She defeats Williams in 3 sets, with a final score of 2-6, 6-4, 6-4, ending Serena's historic quest for the calendar Grand Slam. This stunning victory solidifies Vinci's place in the annals of underdog lore and proves that even the most dominant runs can be unexpectedly halted. 2021 US Open. Novak Djokovic arrives at the 2021 US Open with the unprecedented opportunity to complete the calendar Grand Slam, a feat last achieved in men's tennis in 1969. He has already claimed the Australian Open, French Open, and Wimbledon titles that year, demonstrating a level of dominance rarely seen in the sport. The pressure to secure this historic achievement is immense, with the entire tennis world watching every serve and return. Therefore, every match he plays carries monumental significance. Meanwhile, Daniil Medvedev, a powerful Russian known for his unconventional flat ground strokes and exceptional court coverage, enters the tournament as the second seed. Medvedev has established himself as a consistent top 5 player, reaching major finals before, but always falling short of a Grand Slam title. His unique game style, characterized by deep court positioning and precise ball placement, allows him to neutralize powerful opponents and dictate rallies. He has consistently proven to be a formidable challenger on hard courts. Medvedev's impressive run leads him to the final, where he faces Djokovic, who is just one match away from history. In a stunning display of composure and strategic execution, Medvedev delivers a straight sets victory, recording scores of 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. This decisive win denies Djokovic the calendar Grand Slam, marking one of the biggest upsets in recent memory. The triumph secures Medvedev his first major title, solidifying his status as a Grand Slam champion and underscoring the enduring power of the underdog.
If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be posting a lot here. I would greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe for video. Thanks for watching.